Yes, people, a very happy morning to all of you. So, guys, we're starting with the very first class of the 11th CBSE. And today we'll be discussing the very first chapter of the accountancy subject, where I'm going to discuss with you the introduction of accounts. So, before I start discussing what accountancy is all about, I just want to show all of you the syllabus that we are going to study in the entire 11th standard. So, totally, there are 20 chapters that you have to study. Now, this syllabus that I've taken is from a book called People, T.S. Grewal. There's something called as T.S. Grewal. There's an author. So some school follow T.S. Grewal book. I would say majority of the school actually they follow T.S. Grewal book. In some school, their teachers are comfortable following a book called as D.K. Goel. And there are some other author called as Subhash De, so on and so forth. Yes, there are some school who follow also a CBSE book called as NCRT. But this book is the last preferred book for me on this planet because I cannot rely for the practical questions on this book. Theory, definitely you have to study from NCERT, there's no doubt about it. But the practical questions, I'm sorry. So every school look up to use author book called as either T.S. Grewal book or D.K. Goel book. So of these two authors, these are the top two authors any school will use across India and UAE. And the most preferred book is T.S. Grewal. And why I have preferred T.S. Grewal is because I felt the language in which they have explained the theory, the order in which they have explained the theory, the practical questions, the way they have given it, the easy questions, then comes the medium question, then comes the tough questions. That order I found it very much nice. So I became more comfortable with that book. So all of you are supposed to buy this book called as T.S. Grewal. So you might tell that, sir, in my school they are following D.K. Goel or they are following NCERT. What do I do? It's very simple, guys. CBSE is concept-based learning. You take whatever book you want to take. Yukti, you take whatever book you want to take. You will never get any questions from that book. You'll always have a own question coming from anywhere because ultimately your examination is concept-based. So I'm using this book T.S. Grewal to infuse the concept in your mind. And based on that, the learning what you're developing, any question can come in the examination, which you will be in position to tackle it. So if in your school they're following NCERT, DQL, nothing wrong. You follow that in that school. Here you follow T.S. Grewal. At the end, you'll be very comfortable in using both the textbook. That is my assurance and promise. Is this making sense? So in some book, what you'll find 16 chapters. Some book you find 20 chapters. Some book you'll find 12 chapters also. So here in T.S. Grewal, why 20 chapters is because there are multiple chapters, they have broken it down. In some textbook, what you might find is, you might find the first two chapters as one chapter in that book. Here, what they have done in this book, that one chapter, they have bifurcated into two chapters. So when one chapter you break into two, it becomes two chapters for some other author. So like that, it became 20 chapters. So these chapters are very much there in your syllabus that has been released by the CBSE. Right? So I'm not going into the syllabus because you will not understand anything. So I'm just going to tell you the order that I'm going to take now. So first I'll be focusing on introduction to accounting. So introduction to accounting has got multiple pages. If you see that 20 pages, if I take 20 pages in next 3 classes, no, I'm telling you, you will never join the academy because it will be so boring, so boring. And I'm a person who's allergic to taking the boring way of classes. So I believe that the theory is of two type people. I believe the theory is of three types. Rather, I would say the theory is bifurcated into 3 types. There's one is that type of a theory that when you understand the theory first, only then you'll be in position to understand the practical questions. So I'll be doing that theory first, which is essentially required for you to understand and do the practical questions. So will I be doing all the theory? The answer is no. Only that much theory which is required to manage the practical questions. Then comes certain theory which has to be done along with, look at the sign, plus, along with the practical question. So as and when we do a practical question or a concept, along with that, I'll be doing the theory. So that theory and practical questions together when we do, it makes sense. Then comes certain type of theory wherein I will do the practical questions first. You understand the practical aspect of the accounting first, and then you apply the theory later. So I'm going to bifurcate the theory into three categories. So in the introduction to accounting, I'm going to only cover up first 2 or 3 pages of theory, which is required for you to do the practical question. Whereas the remaining theory is that theory which you will not understand if I do in the beginning. Rather, you should complete the practical questions and then come back and do the theory. Why, sir? Because if I do this theory first, no, when you read the English language, grammatically you will feel that the theory is making sense, but you will not be able to practically imagine or envision what they're trying to say. So when I teach theory, I want my students to envision, oh, sir, when he took the practical question, oh, this theory is talking about that. So there should be an imagination in your mind whenever you read a theory. So keeping that in mind, keeping that as a perspective, I've bifurcated the theory into three categories. So if you come back to the syllabus, guys, in the introduction to accounting, I'll not be covering all the pages first. I'll be covering only that much which is required to get started with the practical questions of accounting. Clear? Second, I will go to basic accounting terms. You're learning the accounts for the very first time. So here there are a lot of terms that you'll be hearing it for the very first time. So you need to understand what are those terms. Because if you understand those terminologies, it will become easy for you to deal with the complicated questions. Then theory, I will not do now. Theory basis of accounting, accounting standard, accounting principles, theoretical framework, which other schools have started. That is something which I will not be doing in the beginning. I will do it alongside few of them. I'll be doing it alongside the practical question, and few of them I'll be dealing at the end of the 11th standard, so that things will make absolute sense. Then from there, we will directly jump to the 6th chapter, where we are going to learn the accounting procedure, that is rules of debit and credit. Now you may say, sir, in between 4th and 5th chapter, left it. Why I left it? Because these two chapters will not make any sense if you do not understand chapter number 6. So the order in which I'm going to take the chapters is, guys, is a order which is already trial and tested on your seniors. You are my 6th batch. You know, in laboratory, the scientists do the experiment on the mouse or mice, whatever you say. That mouse batch is over. I've tested it and this is giving me excellent results. All my students are very comfortable with this order. So you can blindly trust that whatever Pratik sir is giving the order, in that order, if I study, accounting will make 100% sense. You can take that from me today. You might have a different order being followed in the school, but I don't go by them. I go by the order which actually is comfortable to make you understand the accountancy subject. So after I complete the rules of debit credit, then we'll come back to basis of accounting, accounting equation. If not, we'll go to journal, the ledger, so on and so forth. So as and when I keep on doing, I'll tell you what is the chapter that I'm going to take. Now, this was the syllabus. Now coming back. So in today's session, guys, or at the end of the session, all of you should have answered to 3 questions that I'm going to ask you. First, what is accounting? Means what? What is the meaning of accounting? So one, we have to get answer for this. Second, sir, why are we doing accounting? Why in the first place we have something called as accounting? Third, so why do we have accounting rules and regulations in place? So these are the 3 questions we have to answer today. And the answer is not going to be technical. Today, the answer for these 3 questions are going to be understood in a very simple language, in a layman language. Do you understand what is a layman? Layman language. In a very simple language, we'll try to understand. Technically, we'll try to understand in the upcoming sessions and classes. Am I clear with this point? So now, to make you understand what is accounting, I would want you to go through a story. We'll go through a story. Please tell me, how many of you like visiting a theme park? Theme park, water park. You can raise your hands. Comfort, you can raise your hands. Everyone. That's all. Others? No? You don't like going to a theme park, water? No? Online people? How many of you like going to a theme park, water park? You can raise your hands. In Zoom, there's a provision to raise your hands. There's an option. You can raise your hands. Hiril, Mercy, Sandru, and Vasant Rajan. How many of you like going to the water park or theme park? Vasant Rajan says yes. Hiril says yes. How about Mercy and Sandru? Mercy says yes. Sandru, no? Okay. But there's no choice, people. We have to go. Like that, imagine. So in Coimbatore, what is famous? Black Thunder. Correct? In Cochin, what is famous? Kerala? Land. Bangalore, what is famous? Wonderla. Pune, what is famous? Imagica. Correct? So imagine that all of us are going for a picnic. Correct? All of us, see, lovely smiles you have. All of us are going to picnic. So few people, those are not smiling it. May I know what is the reason? You don't like going in? No. Oh my God. So where do you want to go, man? Up? No? Okay. At your level, I cannot talk about all that. No, at your level, the utmost thing I can talk about is the theme park or a water park, right? So imagine all of us, we plan and go for outing. The purpose of the outing is to thoroughly enjoy. The wholehearted enjoyment should be there. Okay. So for this, we have arranged a tour to which you have agreed. All of your parents have also agreed. Now let's suppose you're going to Black Thunder. Now, since I'm in Coimbatore, I can talk about local only. No? So let's suppose all of us are going to Black Thunder. Now, to go out there and to lavishly enjoy, have a day outing, we need to have money. Kasu, duddu, pana, money. Correct? No? So you should have money in hand. So now what are you going? You're going to your dad. Dad, tomorrow we're going for tour with Pratik sir. So I want you to give me some cash so that we can spend a lovely day with my friends. Right? So please tell me, if you go to your father, how much do you think you will collect from him? Like how much money do you want to receive from him to spend, have a lavish day? Amount received. Amount received. How much? How much? Fast. Come on. How much do you need? Think. Whatever you want to do, you are free to do. Keeping that in mind, how much money you need? 5,000. 4 to 5,000. 5,000. 5,000 more than 5,000. What will be to 5,000? Online people, 5,000 is okay for all of you. 5,000 is fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay, wonderful. Now, when dad is handing over this money to you, he says you one thing. You can, so he says that first, spend the money cautiously. First thing he'll say is spend the money cautiously. Second, wherever money you spent it, I want you to make a note of it and come and inform me to which all places, how much money you have spent it. Like that, he's making you two statements. He says that one, you should spend the money cautiously, he's giving a warning to you. And second, he's saying that I want to know in which all places, for what all purposes you have spent the money. I want a complete list of it. So what do? You'll take a paper with you, you'll take a pen with you. So in that paper pen, what do you write? Sir, amount received 5,000. Correct? Okay. Now you put that money in your pocket. So next day morning, 4 o'clock, we are waking up. We have a bus ready here outside the academy. So will the bus take you to the venue free of cost? Obviously not. So there's some money attached to it. So let's say, can I say 500 rupees per head is the transportation charges to and fro. To and fro, transportation charges is 500. So this 500, guys, will you add it to the 5,000 or will you minus it from the 5,000? So common sense, man.
Yes.
It's got nothing to do with accounting. What I'm asking is common sense. Sir, from 5,000 rupees, if I'm spending something, obviously I'll minus it. So less to and fro bus fare. So minus 500. Any difficulty? Is the spelling correct? To and fro. Okay. Now we have boarded the bus. We are going towards our destination. We are having a gala mood, lovely mood. Good amount of music is going on. Dhamal is happening in the bus. But after a point, you'll feel hungry, no? So on the way somewhere, we have stopped it. And we have a lovely South Indian restaurant. You get inside. Ha. Sambar, dosa, idli, coffee, smell, tukal, next level. All of you are fond of eating? How many of you are foodie here, like real foodie? Like love eating wherever you want to go. What a waste of life, other people. You don't go like going theme park, you don't like enjoying food. What a waste of life. Others who raised your hands, I'm telling you, food is life meant for us. So you get into nice hotel. One side soda vada. What a smell. One side coffee atifying. One side dosa, that hat wala, topi dosa. Correct, no? Tell me, guys. It's your day. You want to enjoy. How much money you want to spend on breakfast? 500 is too much, man. 500, what will you have? One dosa, 100 rupees. One plate idli, 100 rupees. Idli vada also to put together 100 rupees. If you have roast milk, also 100 rupees. More than that, what will you have? 500 rupees. We are not going to restaurants, 300. 300. 300 is fine. 300 rupees per person we are spending it. Okay. So this 300 rupees you're spending. You're spending from which amount? 5,500. Sir, obviously 5,000.
5,000.
You'll add or minus? Minus.
Minus.
Yes. So online people are saying minus. So next, less breakfast. So 300 rupees. Okay. We had a breakfast. We boarded the bus. Now we are again happily marching towards our destination. So now you got down from the bus. You can see a big, huge board of Black Thunder, Magica, whatever you want to imagine, you can imagine. You're getting into a theme park. So now when you are about to enter the theme park, you'll be seeing in the entrance, there'll be some person wearing Tom and Jerry, that gown. What do you call that? Costume. One will be wearing Tom and Jerry, one will be wearing Chota Bheem, welcoming all of you. Just because they're welcoming, then you'll go inside just like that. You have to buy ticket. You have to buy ticket. So what is the cost of the ticket? 600 I paid 15 years ago, man. Today also still 700 only. 1,000 to minimum will be there, no?
The 750.
750 is there? Okay, but in Coimbatore, I think I don't find anybody in 750. Let's suppose 1,000 is fine. 1,000 is fine. Entry ticket 1,000 rupees. Okay, let's keep it 1,000. So less entry ticket. Guys, entry ticket 1,000 rupees. What you spend, you'll minus it from your 5,000 only. Correct? No, minus only. Okay. Then what happened next? You go inside. You see one guy zoom is going inside water park, is playing. You're getting tempted. So what do? You don't directly jump, no? You'll go change your costume. You'll have a lovely time enjoying the water rides. You'll have lovely time enjoying the water rides. Now, after having a tough, energetic day, you've been riding rides for so long, you'll be tired, no? Naturally, you'll be tired. So it is now 1 p.m. in the afternoon. Hungry or not hungry? Sir, very hungry. What hungry? I'm telling you, very hungry we are. Now you get into a multi-cuisine restaurant. You get into a multi-cuisine restaurant. This side, chef, he's putting noodles on the tawa. Doom, he's shaking it. One side, kottu paratha. This side, Italian pasta. One side, Italian pizza. You have day out today. You are going to enjoy lavish. You don't want to save any of your mom's or dad's money. The intention is to want to enjoy. You want to spend it. You'll have a luxury gala lunch. How much money you want for lunch? You tell me. How much money you will spend for lunch? 500 is very less, man. What are you talking? 750? Okay. Less lunch. Oh, people have started discussing, huh? Lunch, 750 rupees. After lunch, you go back, enjoy again. Water rides, dry rides, whatever you want to enjoy. Let's suppose you're going for a dry ride. So dry ride is not free of cost. You have that gun shooting game, balloon gun shooting game. You have ATR, vehicle driving. Then what else is there in dry game? That Jain.S is there. After eating, you go to Jain.S. I don't know what will happen. I know what will happen to me. So I will never go into Jain.S. So you have a lovely time in the dry games. So dry games, how much do you want to spend, people? Tell me. Dry games is not free. Dry games is additional always. Dry games, how much? About 800, man. You go one dry game, 200 rupees gone. At least five thing you will go now. 1,000 rupees I'm thinking you will spend. Dashing car, 200, 250, 300 rupees they'll charge there. You know what is dashing car? Huh? My favorite sport. Game, not sport. Game. 1,000 rupees spend there. Okay. 1,500? Such a luxury fellow? Okay. 1,000 rupees. Let's keep it 1,000 rupees. Now dry games is over. After that, imagine what will happen to you. So again, we'll feel hungry, sir. Snacks, sandwich, ice cream, popcorn, the pink color. What is that? Cotton candy. What else? You're having snacks. Yes, you have to enjoy. No, we are not here to save your parents' money. We want to enjoy that full 5,000 rupees. So you have snacks. How much worth of snacks? 300, decent. 300 sounds decent. Snacks over. Again, you went back. Dry games over. Full tired you are now. Full tired you are now. You've changed the dress. Now we are done with the day. We are again marching towards our bus. You're boarding the bus. Full tired you are. You've enjoyed throughout the day. Now you're full tired. You want to go back home and just sleep. Now bus fare return charges already been covered here. So again, I don't have to spend anything on return. As a bus fare, there's nothing because already covered. In between, I'm asking all of you, do you want to have dinner? You'll say, no, sir. From morning, we had too much of outside food. Now we feel like going and having home food. So mama has made khichdi ready for us. We'll go home and have nice sambar chawal, dal chawal, khichdi we'll have and nicely sleep. So no program for dinner. No program for dinner. Now, you went home, you had whatever you want to have. You discussed this with your mom. You went to sleep. So next day morning, nicely waking up and coming. And who's sitting in front of you? With the stick in hand. Who's that? Father. What man? At gala time yesterday, huh? Like that he's questioning all of you. Then what is the next question after that he'll ask? How much you spend? What is the balance in hand? He is main focused on how much money is left. He's worried. Did you spend full 5,000 or not? So he's asking what is the balance money. So what is the balance money in hand, people? What is the balance money in hand? Fast.
1,150.
1,150 is the balance. Your father should be the happiest person on the planet because he thought my son daughter will spend full 5,000 income, but lucky fellow, 1,150 saving has been done. Now let's relate this to accounts. So you received 5,000 rupees from your dad and you recorded on a piece of paper. This is all happening on a piece of paper. Amount received 5,000, you recorded it. Then what happened from there on? Whatever money you spent subsequently, for whichever purpose you spent it, you kept on noting it down. And finally, you got the balance in hand, which is 150, which is cash balance in hand. So this is nothing but balance cash in hand. So when you did this on a piece of paper, according to you, what is this? What is this? So this is accounting. So what is the meaning of accounting? So the meaning of accounting is to count. What is the spelling of accounting? ACCOUNTING. In that, what is the hidden word? Count. So in the layman language, in the simple language, if I have to tell you, what is accounting? Sir, accounting means to count. Sir, what are we trying to count? We are trying to count each and every transaction that is happening in the business. Now here if I say, this 5,000 rupees, this 5,000 rupees, what you noted down, this is a count of the money that you have received. Then you spend 500 rupees for bus, 300 for breakfast. So when you total, this is my total expenditure. What is my total expenditure? 3,850. Let me put this in the outer side. So total expenditure is 3,850. So 3,850 is what? Sir, the count of the total expenditure. If I want to know how much is the total money that you spend for food alone, then what will you do? You'll do the total of breakfast, lunch, and snacks, which is how much? 1,350. So we have counted what is my total food expenditure. So in simple language, if I have to tell you, what is accounting? Sir, accounting means to count. So technical meaning is something else. The book definition of accounting is something else, which I'll be discussing in the upcoming classes. But today we are trying to learn this in a very simple language. What is the meaning of accounting? Sir, accounting means something we have to count while doing the accounts. So accounting means to count. In a very simple language, I've tried to explain this. So what is accounting? Accounting means to count. Second question. Sir, why accounting? Why are we supposed to do the accounting? Now you tell me, guys, you did so much of drama, no? Why? What do you get? You get some information out of it. Some information out of it. And this information is going to help you to make certain decisions in future. So accounting you're doing. Why? To get some information out of it. Sir, what am I going to do with this information? With this information, I'm going to take certain important decisions in future. Sir, with this, what information will you take? Very simple. By accounting, first of all, I got to know from what source I got this 5,000 rupees. By accounting it, I got to know from what source I got this 5,000 rupees. In business, do you get money from only one source? You get multiple sources of income. So should I not know from which all sources the money is coming in? So this 5,000 what you had in this example, you're lucky that your dad gave. Some cases what happened? No, the parent will give monthly pocket money, 500 rupees per month. Your mom will give you 100 rupees per month. So that way you will accumulate 5,000. So I would want to know that this 5,000 rupees, from whom did you get? How much did you get from your mom? How much did you get from your dad? So you get a clarity. No, first of all, you should get a clarity. Oh yes, out of this 5,000 rupees, 2,000 mom gave without knowing dad. 3,000 dad gave. So this is the first hand information for you as an owner. You are knowing that from which source the money is coming in. So as an owner of the business, are you not supposed to know from which source the money is coming in? So you will get to know by accounting from which all sources the money is first coming in. Second, your dad got to know. In fact, even you got to know to which all sources you have spent the money. Now you have a complete list. Guys, concentrate here. You have a complete list. You have a complete list in front of you. So when your dad sees it, oh, he'll see that, oh, for bus fare 500 you spent. Okay, okay. Breakfast 300. If you come with me, 150 breakfast would have done, dad would have told you. But what will you tell dad? Dad, this is not your breakfast. It is my day out. I had a lavish breakfast. The dad is saying, lunch 750. What did you have in lunch so much? Try games, 1,000 rupees you spent. Oh. Snacks 300. What is that? Popcorn 20 rupees. Why 300? So by giving this information to him, he is able to understand the money, what he gave, where this money was spent. To what purposes the money was spent. And this money was spent judiciously or not. Means, did you carefully expend the money or not? He's getting an information out of it. So when you give this list to him, for bus I spent so much, for breakfast I spent so much, what will he do? He will put his thought process into it. He will analyze that whether my son or daughter has spent excessively on that item or not. So these expenses could be avoided in future or not. He will tell next time, why do you have snacks for 300? This 100 rupees is sufficient. No? He can give an advice also like that. No? Because for everybody spending 5,000 rupees or 3,000 rupees for one day outing is a big expenditure. So people don't have that heart that for one day outing you spend 3,850 income. So your parents might advise you next time, please don't go to this place. Go to a place where the ticket cost is less. Go to that hotel where the breakfast, lunch and snacks are little bit minimum so that our cost will be less. So this data, what you're preparing, or this accounts what you're preparing will help you to understand from which source the money is coming in, to which source the money is spent, and for what all purpose it is being spent. So once you have the data, with that data, what do? You analyze and see whether you have spent it judicially or not, whether you have overspent the money, have you underspent the money. Like that, you'll be able to get some information out of it. And with this information, you can make future decision. So like I gave advice, or this father gave advice, in future, don't spend so much money. So this information helped him to understand what currently has happened, and in future what he's supposed to do is making you an advice. He's giving you an advice. So why accounting is required? So accounting is required because we need to understand from where the money is coming in, and this money where it is being spent, and wherever the money is being spent, is it spent judiciously or not? So there is a result that we are getting. There is a result that we are trying to get out of accounting. So what that result will be in the business, we'll learn now. So here we understood what is the result. Now I'll give a similar question. I'll ask you to solve from the business point of view. Let's try to understand what is accounting, why accounting is required. Okay? So this example is clear now. Let me give you another example, which I want all of you to take a paper, pen and write it down. Let's suppose we are into business of buying and selling laptop. We are into business of buying and selling laptop. Or let's say mobile phone, not laptop, mobile phone. Let's do it mobile phone. You're a shopkeeper dealing with mobile phone. So you purchased 10 phones at the rate of rupees 10,000 per phone. So what is your total purchase? Do you understand what is purchase? Guys, I'm a businessman. I buy the goods with the intention to sell. So I need to buy. No? So buying means what? Purchasing. So you have purchased how many phones? 10 phones. Each phone is costing 10,000 rupees. So please tell me what is my total purchase value?
1 lakh.
Rupees? 1 lakh.
1 lakh.
Sold 6 phones. Guys, in business, is it necessary that whatever you buy that day itself, everything you will sell it? Not necessary. No. Something you will sell today, something you will sell tomorrow, day after tomorrow. It goes on. And let's say you sold this at 30,000 rupees. Oh, what a margin, sir. 30,000 per phone. So what is my total selling value?
3 lakhs.
Not 3 lakhs. 6,000, sorry, 6 into 3,000. 6 3s are 18. 1,80,000. And guys, obviously, in a business, you'll have some expenses also. So to sell the phone, sir, I had a staff. So I have to pay the salary to the staff. Or I have to do marketing to get the customer. Sir, I'm having a shop on rent, so I have to pay rental. So like that, you'll have some business expenses. No? So like that, the expenditure. Business expenses paid. Look at the language. Business expenses paid is, let's suppose, rupees 20,000. Now, I want all of you to calculate the profit and loss of the business. Now, all of you understand what is profit and loss? Sir, from my income, if I minus expenses, I'll get my profit. You understand what is income? You understand what is income? In accounting, the definition of income is different. I'm not coming in that. In general layman language, do you all understand what is the meaning of income? Income means there's some benefit to me. From there, you spend some money. That is called as expense. So from the income what I've earned, if I spend the money, the balance money that left over is called as profit. So in simple language. So can I say in my example, sale is my income, selling of phone is my income, buying the goods is my expenditure. I made the rent payment, marketing expenses, all that is expenditure. So I'll get my profit. Right? So I want all of you to calculate and tell me what is the profit of this business. I want all of you to try it, and one by one you have to tell me. Think and answer. When majority is saying one answer, it need not be right. Business expenses paid. Purchase of phone, sale of phone, business expenses paid. Think and give me the answers. Okay, so I got two answers. First, I got 60,000. Who was that said? Who said 60,000? Then I'll go to 1 lakh. Okay. Your name, Rishi. So Rishi said 60,000. Then who else is saying 60,000? Name, please. Khush is saying 60,000. Yes. Name. Manas 60,000. Ayush also 60,000. Aryan 60,000. Itansh 60,000. Ritvik 60,000. Harshit 60,000. So 60,000. Okay. Anybody wants to give a different answer? Online people, what is your answer? Anybody from online who wants to say 60,000 is the profit? Please reply, online people.
Yes, sir. Mercy.
Yeah, Mercy says how much?
60,000.
60,000. Hirar also says 60,000. Okay. Mercy also says 60,000. Hirar also says 60,000. How about other people? Vasant Rajan and Sandru?
60,000.
Vasant and Sandru also 60,000. Okay. Deepak? Deepak says rupees 1 lakh. Others? How much? 1 lakh. Your good name? Kavin says 1 lakh. 60,000. Name, please. Okay. Girls, at the end, you guys are silent. It's okay. There's no test as such, no? So you don't have to worry. Just give it a guess, no? Just do a calculation. Just give an attempt. Girls, at the end, two of you. Anything, whatever you feel, you tell. No, you say profit is zero, sir. I'll accept it. Any which case, these people are wrong in some cases. No, no, now it will not change. Okay. So what did we understand by this? So for one given set of problem, so one question, people are coming with multiple answers. So here comes the answer to the third question by accounting rules. So if you don't have accounting rules and regulations in place, accounting rules, principles and policies, if you don't have in place, which means for a given question, for a given situation, each one will try to come out with their own different individual answers. For a given problem, if there are multiple for a given question, if there are multiple answers, who will be in trouble or who will be in difficulty? Which person will have the toughest time? So the first person who is getting affected by different answer is the owner himself. Because as an owner, I'm not able to understand which is my right profit. My one accountant is saying that my profit is 60,000. Another accountant is saying that the profit is 1 lakh. So as an owner, imagine how is my plight going to be? Tell me properly, Pa. Did I earn 60,000 profit? Did I earn 1 lakh profit? Tell me. The owner is begging the accountant. And two accountants giving two different answers. Imagine you are in the place of owner. How do you feel? If different accountants are giving different answer. This is easy question. Two possibility only. If I complicate the question, no, you'll give me 4 different answers. If I complicate this question even more, you give me 6 different answers. Life is not that easy. Accounting sums are not that easy. It is difficult. Imagine for one question, if you give me 4 or 5 different answers, as a owner, poor fellow I am. How should I feel? You tell me. Will my heart not be broken? Hello? So the first person who is affected is owner. Who's the second person affected? Investor. Who is investor? Investor is the person who has invested the money in the business to earn what? Profit. Now investor is confusion. 60,000 profit? 1 lakh profit. 60,000 profit? 1 lakh profit. Investor is in trouble. Next, who is in trouble? Who is having difficulty? Who is feeling that pain? Sir, banker. Why banker? Banker has given the loan to you. Banker has lent money to you. You have taken loan from bank. Why did you take loan from bank? Sir, this money what I've taken loan from bank, with that money I'm going to buy phones and then sell phones. Yes, for doing business I need money, no? I have a very good shop. I have a very good customer base. But I don't have money to buy the goods. If you don't buy the goods, how will you sell it, boss? So for buying the goods, I need money. I don't have money. So I'm taking from the banker. Anything wrong? The banker is giving this money on what criteria? On the criteria that your business should be in profit. Now banker is confused. This person is having what profit? Whether this guy is earning 60,000 profit, whether this person is earning 1 lakh profit, the banker is confused. When the banker is confused, will he give the money to you in future comfortably? No. So banker is confused. Next, who is in confusion? ITD. Income tax department. Why income tax department is bothered about this? Income tax means tax on income. Income is nothing but profit. So income tax department is confused whether 60,000 is profit or 1 lakh is profit. Obviously, he'll say 1 lakh profit because more income, more profit, more tax. So obviously, he say no, 1 lakh is only correct. But if you give 2 different answers, 3 different answers, can I say all these people are into big trouble? Sir, who are these people? These people are called as users of financial statement. Users of financial statement. Now, what is financial statement? We'll discuss. In other words, I call them as stakeholders. Stakeholders means what? These are the people who are dealing with the business. So anybody who's dealing with the business are called as stakeholders, who's got some significant influence in the business. Means what? If business is doing good, we will do good. If business is doing bad, we will do bad. So if there is a direct relation between doing good and doing bad of these people, we call them as stakeholders. If business is doing good, owner is doing good. If business is doing well, investor is doing fine. If business is doing well, banker is doing fine. If business is doing well, income tax department is doing fine. But if business is bad, all of them will do bad. So we call them as stakeholder also. So which means if you don't have proper profit calculation, the users of the financial statement are at risk. So now do you understand why do we need to have accounting rules and regulations? So in the entire 11th standard, what are we going to study, sir? So we're going to study the rules of accounting, the multiple principles, policies, and rules and regulations that has been laid down by different organizations, which we have adopted to prepare the accounts. So three questions I've asked you. What is accounting? In simple language, accounting means to count. Sir, why accounting? Sir, so that we can draw some information, and using this information, we can make some decision in future. Now, why accounting? One more answer. Sir, one more reason of why we need accounting is because the first and the foremost purpose of doing accounting is to calculate profit and loss of the business. The first and the foremost reason of we preparing accounts is to know the profit and loss. There are multiple reasons for which you do accounting, which we will learn eventually. But the primary reason, sir, I need to know the profit and loss of the business. For that, I need to do accounting. If I don't do accounting, I'll not get to know the profit and loss of the business. And if I know the profit and loss of the business, accordingly, I can make certain actions in the future. How, sir? You kept a target that this year will make a profit of 1 lakh rupees. But you ended up making a profit of only 60,000 rupees. So now you'll sit and introspect. We kept a target of 1 lakh rupees profit, but only 60,000 is earned. So where did we go wrong? Two possibilities. Either you overspend the money. Than what you thought. You budgeted one amount of expenditure. Let's suppose you wanted to spend 2 lakh rupees as expenditure, but you ended up spending how much? 2 lakh 40,000 rupees. So 40,000 rupees extra money you spend. That is why there's a 40,000 fall in the profit. Correct? No? What is the difference between the profit? 1 lakh is your budgeted profit. Means what your expected profit. How much profit you expected? 1 lakh. How much you earned? 60,000. So what is the shortfall? 40,000. So 40,000 profit reduced. Why? Because I wanted to spend 2 lakh rupees, but I ended up spending 2 lakh 40,000. So 40,000 extra expense. So if expenses go up, profit will come down. This could be one possibility. Second possibility is that you had targeted to sell 4 lakh 40,000 worth of goods. Or let's say you targeted to sell 3 lakh 40,000 worth of goods, but you only sold 3 lakh worth of goods, which means you have not done your sale properly this time. You did not earn the income as you wanted, as you targeted. So you targeted 3 lakh 40 ka sale, but you only got 3 lakh ka sale. So how much less sale you got? Sir, 40,000 less income. If 40,000 income is less, my profit will be 40,000 less. So with accounting data, what do we get to know? We get information. We get the information. Based on that, we can decide in future what corrective actions we have to take. If you have overspent the money, how did you get to know that money is overspent? Sir, I had a budget. In that budget, I spent or I thought of spending 2 lakh rupees. But in reality, how much did I spend? 240. So this information is coming from where? Accounts. Sir, I targeted to earn sales of 340. I wanted to do sale of 3,40,000 rupees, but I did a sale of only 3 lakh rupees. So this information is coming from where? Accounts. So why is accounting important? First, to find out profit and loss in the business, sir. Second, from this I can draw certain information based on which I can decide in future what actions I should take. So if you have overspent the money, you should come call the department and fire them, telling them why did you overspend the money. You should get the reasoning behind it. If your sales department has achieved the less sales, you have to call them and ask why did you achieve the less sales. So based on this accounting data, you can effectively manage your business. Are you able to follow? I'm just trying to give an outer picture. I've not got into the depth. So 3 questions that we are discussing today is what is accounting? Why accounting? Why accounting rules? Are we clear? What is accounting? Accounting means to count. Why accounting? Sir, to find out the profit and loss in the business. And using this data, we'll be able to speculate certain things. We'll be able to analyze something. In future, we can take corrective actions and measures. And finally, why do we have accounting rules and regulations? Sir, if you do not have the accounting rules and regulations Each one will try to do the accounting the way they want to do it, and the end result will be different for different people. So for a given set of problem, if you have 2 different or 3 different or 4 different answers, then the users should depend on which profit. So there'll be a confusion, there'll be a total absolute chaos. And to avoid this, we have to have the uniform rules and regulations in place. So if you have rules and regulations in place for a given set of problem, all of you will have a uniform answer. Whether you're from Coimbatore, whether you're from Karnataka, whether you're from any part of India or any part of the world, you'll get a uniform answer. That is the power of having the rules. Am I clear at this point? Now let's come back to your answer. So those people who got 60,000 rupees as the profit, what did you do? I'll tell you. You first recorded or calculated your income. So what is your income? Sir, my income is my sales. So what is my sales? Sir, 6 mobile phones I sold it, and each mobile phone I sold it for 30,000 rupees. So into 30,000 means how much? 1,80,000 rupees is your income. From that, you said, sir, I'll minus my expenditure. So here, what is the first expenditure? Purchase. So what did you think? Sir, 10 mobile phone I purchased, no? So into 10,000 rupees per mobile phone, how much is it? 1 lakh. And that, sir, I had a further expenditure, which is the other business expenditure of rupees 20,000. So I'm minusing it. So this is minus, this is also minus. So this is how you got 60,000 rupees. Am I right? This is how you got profit as 60,000 rupees. Oh my God. What a lovely answer. I'm flabbergasted. I'm flabbergasted by this wrong answer. What a disaster. Sir, what disaster, sir? Touch your heart and tell me. How many mobile phones have you sold? 6 mobile phones. You've recorded income for 6 mobile phones. How is your heart permitting to record the expenditure for 10 mobile phones? So this is my day 1. So day 1, out of 10 mobile phones, 6 I've sold it. What is the unsold mobile phones? 4. When will I sell it? The next day. So are you trying to tell me in day 2, I will sell 4 mobile phones? Day 2, my sales is how much? Sir, 4 mobile phones into 30,000 rupees. So 1,20,000 rupees is my income. Minus purchase is 0 because these 4 mobile phones ka purchase, where did you record already? In the day 1. So obviously I cannot re-repeat it, no? So I'll obviously put purchase 0. I'll put purchase 0 and expense also 0. So are you trying to tell me your day 2's profit is 1,20,000 rupees? Really? To earn this 120, have you not spent any money from your pocket? Tell me. Have you not spent money? Of course you spend money from your pocket. So are you not supposed to capture the expenditure which is pertaining to this income? Think, no? I am telling my income is 120. For this income, what is the corresponding expenses? Don't you want to know? So which you did not take into consideration. Am I clear? So this is how you got 60,000 rupees, which is wrong. Now, why this is wrong? This is what we're going to study the entire year. I'm just giving you an idea that if you don't have the accounting rules in place, you got an answer. You calculated in your own way. As per your common sense, you calculated. It turned out to be wrong. So we cannot go with the common sense. We have to go with appropriate rules. Now let's see how the answers were got by the other set of people who said the profit is now 1 lakh. So here Deepak said and Kavin, 2 people said 1 lakh rupees. How did they get? I would want to know. Sir, my income is sale. Sale is my income. How many mobile phone have you sold it? So 6 mobile phone into 30,000. So income is 1,80,000. Turnover, sale, whatever you say is 180. When you subtracted the expenses purchase, you took how many mobile phones? 6 only. Into how much? 10,000 rupees, 60,000. And then you subtracted other business expenditure, which is 20,000 rupees. So the answer is, so 1,80,000 minus 60,000 is 120. 120 minus 20 is 1 lakh. Oh. Absolutely the right one. They've hit the bull's eye. Now, what is it here? Sir, here I've earned income from how many mobile phones? 6 mobile phones. So therefore, the expenditure what I should record should be of how many mobile phones? 6 mobile phones. And this 20,000 I spent for what? Sir, to get the 6 clients, no? Let's say this 20,000 is the marketing charges. So I spent 20,000 on marketing to get these 6 customers who gave me this 1,80,000 worth of income. So can I say this 20,000 expenses attributable to this income? So I've taken that expenditure into consideration, which has contributed to that particular income. So in day 2, what will happen, people? In day 2, my sale is 4 into 30, 120 is absolutely correct. And now you'll minus the purchase. What is your purchase now? Sir, 4 into 10,000. Because these 4 expenses you did not consider here. When you consider the expenditure here, you consider only for 6 phones. So it means 4 phones expenditure I have yet to consider. So 4 into 10 is how much? 40,000 rupees. So guys, 1,20,000 worth of phone I sold, but I purchased for how much? 40,000. And for getting this customer, I did not spend any money. People came through reference, which means what? Yesterday, those 6 people bought the phone. No, they referred me 4 customers, free of cost. So no expenditure, let's suppose. So what is the profit for day 2? Now this makes sense. So on the other hand, if you imagine the entire expenditure you record in one particular period itself, will it not be wrong in the second period? So now this calculation is done by a rule called as matching principle. I'm not teaching you what is matching principle. I'm just trying to make you understand. We discuss something which is common sense. We discuss something now which is common sense. What does common sense say? Arey Baba, 6 phones sold now. So for that, what is the expenditure for 6 phones recorded? This is common sense. But everybody does not have that common sense. So that is why this common sense, which is the right one, is put in form of accounting rule. And the name that is given to that is called as matching principle. So what does the matching principle says? Matching principle says that you should record only that much expenditure in the business which is contributed to the income of that period. I'm not teaching you matching principle. In depth, I'll teach you later. I'm just trying to make you understand that why should we have accounting rules in place? If you do not have this matching principle in place, had the expert did not tell you to follow the matching principle, then you will end up accounting in this manner. So all those people who accounted in this manner is because they have applied the accounting rule of matching principle. That is a different story without knowing applied. But there's a concept like that existing is what I'm trying to make you understand. So now are you able to understand why should we have accounting rules and regulations in place? If you don't have such rules and regulations in place, what will be the consequences? Have you seen the consequences? So the consequences are multiple answers for the same question. And when you have multiple answers in place, it is difficult for the users of the financial statement to understand which answer should I rely on. And if your final answer is not reliable, what decisions you will take, what analysis you will make, what introspection you will do. So everything will become a confusion. So now tell me, guys, doing accounting properly is important or not important? It's a very, very important. Very, very important. Can you see this gentleman? Old man. Black and white picture. Little bit color infused. So you guys can have a good look at this image. Who is this person? He is called as Sir Luca di Pacioli. Sir, who is he, sir? He's an Italian mathematician and is commonly referred to as father of accounting. For a second, you can forget anybody's father's name. Don't forget this gentleman. If somebody asks you, who is the father of accounting? Sir Luca di Pacioli. So what is accounting got to do with mathematician? Accounting is a branch out of mathematics. Mathematics is the base. From there, we have taken a separate branch out called as accounting. And he's the person who had conceptualized the concept of double entry system of accounting. Now, what is the meaning of double entry system of accounting? You will learn in the upcoming chapters. But I'm just trying to make you understand that he has given one significant invention. And that is what we're taking as a base while we're doing the accounting. Are you able to follow? So, Sir Luca di Pasquale is an Italian mathematician. He's also called as father of accounting. So, what has he done? Sir, he has he's coined this concept called as double entry system of accounting. This is one of the rule that we're going to follow. Like that, there are many rules and regulations that we have to see in the future. So are you able to understand in the layman language, in a very simple language I tried to put it today, guys, that what is accounting? Why are we supposed to do accounting? And what is the significance of having the accounting rules, regulations, policies, principles in place? These three things we try to understand in very simple language. Makes sense or doesn't make sense? No energy. Offline people, I got the answer. Online people, no energy. I'm not getting any responses online.
Yes, sir.
Make sense?
Makes sense.
Is accounting that easy as you took today? Absolutely not. It's going to be way, way more challenging than what you're imagining. You just started. As the days goes by, you'll start facing the heat of the subject. And if you ask your seniors, one of the most fearful subject you'll ever come across out of the 5 subjects is accounts. But it's my promise today to all of you. How much your senior said that this is tough. Opposite to that much easy I'll make it and show to all of you. But for that, one thing that is required from your end, consistently, please come to the classes. Be regular to the classes. Be consistent. Second, do not by heart anything. Each and every point you have to understand it. It is pure common sense. Accounting is one such subject which is purely understandable through your common sense. Third, adequate practice. Guys, concentrate here. Third is adequate practice. So whatever questions you are working out today, you have to go home and revise. Similar questions you have to practice on your own. Please understand, when I'm sitting in class and I'm speaking, it is my brain that is working at the 100% efficient capacity. You will not have 100% capacity throughout the class. Initial classes, initial 15-20 minutes, you will be 100% concentrating. Then slightly the concentration will dip. It will become 90%. At the end of the class, it will become 70%. So it means there is a 30% leakage. So how do you fulfill this leakage? Go home, sit and prepare. So when you're preparing on own, you're sitting and working it out, that time your brain is functioning in the 100% capacity. That is when you will try to capitalize on your subject. And going forward, I'll suggest you certain revision technique. So upon following such revision technique, it is my promise, people. I'm telling 95 pluses in your radar. And I'm telling you very clearly, after the benchmark that the previous batch people have set, my hunger for marks has gone next level. So from you, I'm not expecting 90. From you, I'm not expecting 95. From you, I'm not expecting 99. From each and every one of you, my expectation is 100. Sir, what, sir? We thought poor fellow 90 will take and will survive and go. You're telling 100. You're giving too much of stress. Absolutely not. There's a common statement that Dhoni says, do not focus on the end result. Take care of the process. If you take care of the process, this process will take care of the end result, because the end result is a byproduct of the process. So I'll be suggesting you to get 100. What is the process that you're supposed to follow? If you follow religiously, it is my assurance and promise that you will get 100. And I'm not talking without getting 100. I've got 100 last time. And told you in the beginning of the session, getting 100 in CBSE is not easy. In metric, you'll see tuck, people getting 100, 100. But it's not the case in the CBSE. In my knowledge, in the latest CBSE result, I think not a single person has scored 100 in the entire city, Coimbatore. And I've not seen anybody else in South India scoring it, because I've been religiously following multiple pages to check if anybody's got 100. Yes, in North India, East India, I've seen people getting 100. And I've not got to see anyone getting 100 in the South India. Imagine, it's a big achievement. So if that title we have got it, then you can imagine that you're on the right place. So from me, what maximum you can extract. Let's see. I'm telling you, being in this academy, being in this tuition is not like being in any other tuition. Here you're learning from a top professional. You're learning the subject from the core of it. And apart from that, at various instances of this next 2 years, I'll be sharing a lot of my practical experiences, both good and bad, which will be helping you to make the decisions in the future. So my bad experiences will give you a warning that if you do this, like how sir suffered, you'll also suffer. The good experience that I'll share, oh, sir helped, he groomed himself that way. So upon following this path, like sir also we can become, if you have a thought process, you can take that learning also from here. Each and every student who is here, who is learning from me, when he goes out in the market, I want him to be outstanding, standing alone. He should be, that proficiency should be, what do you call it, radiating out of his body and mind. For me, you're a winner when, you learn, you don't stop with it. You go back, carry forward that knowledge and go and teach to your friends in and around. And take the pride that, yes, I've learned from a chartered accountant and this is the knowledge what I have, which nobody has. And you start sharing that knowledge, you start radiating that knowledge with your friends. That is when I will consider that you've learned well from me. When you learn from me and you keep on learning only to yourself, that is called as passive learning. You know what is active learning? You learn by teaching others. That is called as active learning. So I have a good amount of people who are active learners, which means they either teach their juniors or their friends. That is how the credibility I've created in the market. So this is the bare minimum expectation that I have from all of you, right? So I'll keep this session very simple. Let me not complicate it too much. So today, from the layman perspective, we discuss what is accounting. But from the next class onwards, we're going to discuss from the technical perspective, what is accounting all about. And I'll not go give the dosage in one shot. It will be gradual. I'll give you the dosage also. I'll give you the injection also, but you'll not feel the pain. That is my assurance and promise. Right? So today is Sunday. When are we meeting next? Tuesday. Tuesday, 7 p.m. sharp. So every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, we have class from 7 to 8:30. And Sunday, we will have class from 10 o'clock to 11:30. Am I clear? So weekly 4 classes you will have. Initial, this month, I'll be a little bit slow because we are expecting a few more admissions to happen. So once we touch July, the pace will be a little bit faster. Am I clear? So my one more humble request to all of you is that please go out, inform this about our academy to all your friends. Please do not refrain from sharing this thought, because in 12th, this batch, previous to previous batch, I've seen people not telling about this academy to their friends. Some people have the intention that I'll learn better than them, I'll perform better than them. So they take that as an opportunity and don't inform their friends. They think that if I tell my friends to come and join, he or she will perform better than me. So that one fear is that inferiority complex is there. Please don't have that. When it is knowledge, it is for everyone. Scoring more or less is something that is depending on your hard work. So please don't be of that category where you stop telling to other people only for this reason. And doing 11th from the beginning will be so helpful, guys. Not only at the end of the 11th standard, in the beginning of 12th also is going to be very helpful. So it is my heartfelt request and handful request to all the students out here to please go out there, share your experience of today to all your friends and start the admission at the earliest. So that once we have the required number of students, we'll go with the normal flow. Am I loud and clear? Okay. So initial classes, I'll be again repeating, I'm slow, but once we touch the requested number of students, the pace will be faster. Am I loud and clear? Chalo. So on that positive note, I'll put an end to today's session, people, guys. That's all from my side for today's session. I'll see you in the next class, which is on Tuesday, 7 p.m. sharp. Until then, bye-bye. See you. Take care.